attended a school where, as I coming into the school, you were given laptops, right? So we paid with our school fees, and we're given laptops to learn.
Secondary school,
right? Yeah, my secondary school.
Wow.
We're giving laptops to learn from GS1.
Front end or back end?
Back end.
So because I believe.
Yeah, I became a cloud engineer, and yeah.
Welcome to the Future Builders podcast by Rubies, a platform where young innovators, bold thinkers, and inspiring professionals share their stories of growth, creativity, and impact. I'm your host, Temiloluwa Olarinde, and in this podcast, I'll share stories, lessons, and ideas shaping the next generation of builders and leaders. Let's dive into today's conversation.
Thank you for joining another episode of the Future Builders podcast. And our guest today is Mr. Miracle, a cloud engineer and a community developer. And we're super excited to hear his journey, his story, his lessons, and all that made him who he is today. So before we dive in, let's do a quick fun round. I'll give you two options. You pick one and tell us why. Front end or back end?
Back end.
Why?
Yeah, because back end does more of the nitty-gritty, right? Front end is just they build the interface and you see the user interface, right? But the back end is where everything is done, right? You manage databases, which is what I love to do, right? And yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Remote work or on-site?
Remote.
Why?
Yeah, so because I think remote, you have a bit of freedom. You work while you still have your own freedom to do a couple of things that you want for yourself. Yeah, so I think I would pick remote, but not fully remote because we're social beings, and I think we need to also go out. We need to also connect with people, speak with colleagues at work. Both options are great, but if I'm asked to pick, I'll go with remote.
Okay, thank you so much for your response. Learning alone or learning in a community?
Learning in a community, definitely.
Why?
That should be the only answer.
Is it because you're a community builder?
No, I wouldn't say because I'm a community builder. So I've come to realize that learning within a community helps you grow faster, right? And this is why. If you're learning alone, you might come across a blocker along the way that would set you back a bit. But if you're learning community, if you face any blocker, you can share with community members, you can share with people you're learning with, and then you all can look at this problem together and get it solved, right? But learning alone, it might be difficult for you to attack or find a solution to that problem, especially if you don't have people that knows what you're learning close by, or you don't have any mentor that can easily reach out to. But learning in a community, you can easily reach out to people. Or do you know anyone doing this? I face this problem. I have this challenge. Can you help solve it? And yeah, it seems to work over time.
All right, thank you so much. I do agree with your thought process. Learning together helps you learn faster, just avoiding pitfalls that people had experienced before. And there's just a lot to learn from other people than when you're learning on your own. But at the end of the day, it's what works best for everyone that we should do. So let's start from the beginning. Was tech always something you saw yourself doing, or did you find your way into it? Had you always known that, I'll be this young tech person from maybe age 15, age 10, or you just found yourself in tech? How did it happen?
Yeah, so to be honest, no, it wasn't, right? Because I didn't grow up looking up to anyone in the industry. In primary school, most of us would say that I want to be a pilot. I think a lot of students in primary school would say they want to be a pilot, right? So I was one of them that said I was going to be a pilot. But I attended a school where, as I coming into the school, you were given laptops, right? So we paid with our school fees, and we're given laptops to learn.
Secondary school,
right? Yeah, my secondary school.
Wow.
We're giving laptops to learn from GS1. So that was a bit interesting, and I was like, okay. So I wouldn't say that's my first time seeing a laptop. There was a game I used to play on the computer. There are several games. There's this typing game.
Marvis
I forgot what Marvis Beacon. Yes. So I was playing Marvis Beacon back there on the computer, and there was someone that came around to teach us how to use Encyclopedia and some of those things, right? How to So it was fun then, but it didn't stick to me that it was something I would end up in that line. It didn't stick to me then. But when I got into university, we started learning, and I just figured that I was tending towards being interested in computers. I would say tech was not what I wanted to do from the start. I would say I would have tended towards the hardware part of it, but not the software part of it that I found myself doing now.
All right. The hardware part of it, do you still do anything related to that?
No. So I don't do anything related to that.
Thank you so much for that response. So I'd like to pick it up from where you said you put in computer engineering into your job. Is that what you later studied, or did you study something different?
No. So I switched to computer science at some point. Yeah. So I started with computer engineering, but switched to computer science. And I did that because I realized that I wasn't tending towards the hardware parts. I was working as well at that point, and I realized that it would be easier for me to finish up with a very good grade in computer science compared to computer engineering. So that's why I made the switch.
Any regrets?
No regrets.
All right. Thank you so much for that. So can you let us know from that point where you decided to go into tech? When you got to school and you started hearing about tech, based on what you said, how did it all happen? What did you hear about? What made you decide to learn what you later learned? Was your journey smooth? Was it just straightforward? You heard about cloud engineering and you started learning it, and that was the first?
No, it wasn't a smooth journey, to be honest, right? I tried different things. So when I got into Ladoke, University of Technology, way back in 2019, we don't study lectures then. It was still orientation and getting to know the school altogether. But I was this person that I would just, like I said, I came from a background where I knew a lot about computers already. So anything computer came as an interest to me. So there's a point when they said, so I just saw a flyer online actually, and they said they were teaching Java programming. I was like, Java programming? This sounds like something that would be interesting. So I told the person I was cutting with then when I got into school that I think I would love to attend this Java programming section since I'm not doing anything new still, and I don't want to just sit down doing nothing. Let me just attend this Java programming class and see what they're up to. Hopefully I can pick up something from there. They started the lecture. I didn't understand anything that they were saying, to be honest. I started displaying codes. I was saying, I was just trying to imagine what all of those was. The only thing that reminded me of that was way back in secondary school when W3 schools then, where we used to take some practices on W3 schools, but Java programming was not something that we got to at that point. So just HTML and CSS we played with. But when I started saying Java syntax, I was curious as to how this came about, right? And we started talking about it. But the person sitting beside me just was asking me questions about why I came here and what level I am. I told him my level. I told him, okay, this is what I do, and this is the course I'm trying to study here in the University of Technology. And I said, oh, that's great. That what have I been doing outside of just coming here to study computer engineering? So I shared with him that I built a community. There's a community on WhatsApp then that I built. I built that community, and I was just sharing resources in that community. I was sharing Udemy courses. So there's a point where Udemy always releases courses for maybe 10 hours or 12 hours, right? It'll be free for that period. So if you're able to claim that course within that period, the course will sit in your catalog, and you can always go back there to learn with that course. So there was a page there on Telegram that shares those courses. So anytime the page shares that courses, I'll copy the courses from there. I'll drop it on that group. I also look for ways for places to find more courses, either from Coursera, from Khan Academy, from several places that offer free courses. And I was just sharing, I was just dumping them on the group. And I realized that a lot of people benefited from that. A lot of people reach out to me and say, oh, please, do you have this course? Do you have that? Please, thank you for what you do. I got a lot of that in my DMs. So at that point, I just shared it. Okay, this is what I'm currently doing. Actually, I'm just sharing courses for people. There's a community I'm building that I just share free courses for people on the platform. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. So we spoke a bit also, and then the following week, we kept on talking. And 3 weeks after then, he reached out to me that so there was COVID right after then. Actually, there was COVID right after then, and then he reached out to me and said, so during COVID, I think he applied to be a GDS lead at that point, and then got selected and reached out to me, and I was like, Miracle, I would love you to join me to build this community in Lautech together. I love what you're doing with the community you built on WhatsApp. I think it would be lovely if we could together work towards building a strong community as well in Lautech here for Developer Student Club. Right? It's a Google initiative, and they would love me to be a part of it. And I was like, oh, of course, I would love to be a part of it, because I saw that this is not going to only benefit me. It's going to also increase my network. I'm going to get to meet new people. I'm going to get to expand my network. I'm going to get to learn from people. So I saw that as an opportunity for myself, as well as an opportunity for me to also give back to not really give back, because I think the only people that give back have done. So I didn't have much then. I didn't have much then to give back, to be honest. So just me being open to the opportunity, and to be honest, that was interesting for me. I just started learning. So I didn't start as a cloud engineer. I didn't start learning anything in the cloud. I started HTML, CSS. I started learning of those. I started building also JavaScript. But I was doing none of those things, and I wouldn't say I loved it, but I didn't just find the joy in doing it as much. I didn't find the joy in doing it. So I also learned design using Canva and the likes, but again, I wasn't feeling it as much. So the lead of the GDS lead reached out to me and said, there's this new product. It's not typically new, but it's something that I would love you to jump on. Right? There are courses on it that you can take that would help you learn this thing faster. And I was like, okay, what is that? And he shared it with me. I was like, he tried to tell me that there are a lot of people in the front end and back end space already. But he thinks that if I can master this thing very well, he thinks that if I'm the only one, that even if I'm the only one that knows this thing, that a lot of people would want to give me a shot. So Michael reached out to me and said, this is an opportunity for you to develop yourself and to grow. And he thinks that if I really pursue a career in this space, that I would be successful in it, and I would be able to at least be one of the first people to learn this tool, and I'll be very good at it. So I jumped on it and started learning with Google Cloud Skill Boost back then. And yeah, that was the beginning for me. And it was an interesting phase. I learned with labs and getting a lot of badges on the platforms. And yeah, it's a very good tool to use as a beginner to start learning. It's now called Google Skills, not Google Cloud Skill Boost. But yeah, for anyone that wants to try that out.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I think that person that reached out to you that day probably helped you to get your path in your career. Okay, so yes. I want to ask, that community you talked about, I mean, when did you start building that WhatsApp community? Yeah, so
immediately I got out of school, right? I just started seeing some courses to take, right? Because I didn't get into school immediately I got out of school. I waited like a year plus before I got into school. So just because I didn't want to sit down at home doing nothing, I was curious about what to learn online, right? So that was where I got those courses from. And when I started seeing those courses, I was like, oh, this is interesting. And the fact that you could claim those courses and then it's in your catalog till forever. If I log in my Udemy now, those courses are still right there. So yeah, it was just sounded interesting to me, and it seemed like a great deal for me to be able to get those courses that will be paid in a few hours for free. So that seemed like a steal for me. So I built the community, and I thought about people that would definitely need what I would also need. People that also need that thing. So I just give it a shot, and that's okay. I think it would be good to build this type of community. I believe that it's benefited a lot of people, like it is benefiting me right now.
Thank you so much for sharing. That was commendable. I mean, just out of secondary school, where young people are thinking about themselves alone, you're already thinking of helping other people to learn. And now I see where the spirit of community came from. It was something that has been in you for a very long time. But would you say that having laptop at a very young age in secondary school helped you in your tech career, even if you said, oh, you didn't do much in school, but in your statements you made us know that you were introduced to hardware, you were also introduced to HTML and CSS in school, but it was not a thing, you were just doing it, you didn't know why you were doing it, but everything made sense when you got to university and when you met people doing stuff like this and there was like inspiration around it. But generally, would you say owning a laptop in secondary school sort of like directed your path to this tech journey that you later focused on?
Yes. So as much as owning a laptop in secondary school could be a distraction, yes, I would say that, yeah, it's really benefited. It helped me, and it's just made me. It didn't like when I got into university. It didn't seem like something new. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, because I've been using this thing for 6 years, probably if not more. So I didn't see a laptop as something that was, it wasn't freaking me. That's the word. It wasn't freaking me. So it was just something I knew that, okay. So when I realized that this thing could do more than I was using it for, I was able to keep to it and keep track with it.
So with the knowledge you have now, if you had to go back to secondary school and own a laptop from GSS1, what would you do differently?
If I was going to go back to secondary school and own from GS1, right from my first day in school, I would definitely find resources to start learning skills. If I started learning HTML and CSS since I was in GS1, or even maybe GS3, maybe GS1, I wouldn't have a lot of wisdom, I would say. But even young kids are now learning those things. So I believe that I could learn it even way back then. So yeah, if I could go back, I would say on the first day of school, I would start learning something.
Dear viewers, thank you so much for following us up onto this session. If you're wondering why we're here, this is the Future Builders podcast brought to you by Rubies Technologies. Rubies Technologies is on a journey to inspire, empower, and educate young individuals to build solutions in technology globally. Thank you once again, Miracle, for joining us on this podcast. As you're sharing your story, something I've been thinking about one thing, and it's what role exactly did you think your parents played in the success of your tech journey? Even when in secondary school, the first support is that they got you a laptop. Although you didn't even know why you were getting a laptop. Maybe then the marks that the school wanted you to do is to know how to type. That's most likely what the school had in mind, because I believe you didn't want to be a coding teacher, like a regular subject. So, but what role do you think your parents played in supporting you even after you picked tech as a career and has brought you this far?
My parents, they've been very supportive. I think one of the very key things that they really supported me with was the secondary school I attended. If I didn't attend the school I attended, I don't think I would be where I am today, to be honest. Yeah, because I attended the secondary school in the city, and the primary school I attended, I was speaking in my dialect, I was speaking in English, but the secondary school I attended, it transformed my life, right? Even though I was speaking in my dialect when I was in primary school, I could not do that in my secondary school because no one was speaking No one was speaking in that. No one was speaking their dialect. So I was forced to start speaking in English, right? And not only that, like, just transformed the way I viewed life. Like, just transformed the way I think about everything. And that was it for me. From that point, I saw life differently. I was able to see opportunities from afar, because I realized that, the life I've been living before now was nowhere close to where I wanted to be in life. And yeah, that really changed it for me.
Thank you for listening to Future Builders Podcast by Rubies. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and share this with someone that might need it. And don't forget to follow us for more inspiring episodes like this. See you in the next episode.